G-Glot transcription.
So guys, this is the 4 weeks of the quarantine. The situation is getting out of control, lots of deaths, lots of confirmed cases, and the main question remains is how the small business, medium-sized enterprise are going to cope with that, because the stimulus checks will eventually run out, the unemployment benefits will deplete. What are you going to do next after this? So my advice is to look at the telecommuting options. This is something I've been doing for many years when I started my firm back in 2002. Because of the nature of the industry, we employed a lot of linguists, people working from home. It's not efficient to find people locally to work in the office because of the nature of the work. Today you might have some document to translate to Japanese. Tomorrow it could be Russian or it could be French. So, and there'll be gaps between the projects, and you cannot constantly take in and out translators. So we implemented the work from home model from day one, and for us it's no difference. As long as we have the projects, as long as people are still spending money on localization, we can help them in the way we could before. So the problem is now all the stores are closed, parks are closed, hospitals are overloaded, people are sick at home, at the hospital, and people are telecommuting. They're trying to do some work while children are at their home. It's a logistical nightmare when we weren't prepared to do this. We weren't prepared to work from home, even though some people already did. But the biggest hurdle is to, of course, to discipline children and make sure they can study and be effective as usual. As a business, I think you should think in terms of expanding globally. This is the time when you can have free resources, free people from doing the jobs which they would normally be doing in hospitality, in construction, in travel. And now you can put more resources towards the digital businesses. Try to localize your website. Since I live in America, I always thought that English is the dominant language in the world, and once you have your website only in English, you'll have access to all the possible customers out there. But this was a flawed assumption. Most customers, I begin to realize, speak non-English language. Could be German, the largest economy in Europe. It could be Chinese. It could be Japanese, biggest manufacturer of cars, and so on and so on. And these people do not understand English, and they do not conduct business in US dollars. There are multiple currencies out there, and if you are going to go global, you have to accommodate not just the language, but also the shopping cart and the currency your customers are going to be shopping at. So the biggest challenge now is to find those resources, find those teams who can translate your website, translate your business process, make sure you can receive orders in foreign currencies from foreign customers, and you can deliver them the goods or services over the internet. This is the biggest right now survivalship model I can think of. If your local store is going to close, what else are you going to do, because you have no customers? So think about the expansion, multilingual. This is the answer. Second thing is the phone interpretation. Since now the borders are closed, you cannot take the flight and visit China or any other trade shows. You still need to conduct business, and aside from sending cold emails in English, you can also do face-to-face meetings with the potential clients over Skype or WhatsApp or any other messenger you're using. And when you interact with a foreigner in a foreign language, you need an assistant to interpret your conversation and do it very cost effectively. In the old way there was a very expensive price structure, which charged a lot of money for customers ordering stuff. Charging a lot of money per minute for the customers, and it wasn't that feasible to use the phone interpretation anywhere other than just healthcare or legal fields. But now, with the invention of some tools such as Akuna, which can do phone interpretation, it's a machine-assisted phone interpretation for as low as 29 cents per minute. This is a game changer. It's 10 times less than any other competitive solution on the market, and it allows to get 90% of the spoken speech translated, so your message will get across. And this is a very effective way to do that. So these tools are becoming increasingly more popular. So localization, phone interpretation, there could be video chats, there could be some tools to expand the online learning, especially for kids which cannot read yet. For example, if you have a 5-6-year-old child, he or she doesn't read yet, how are you going to explain them how to interact with computer when they don't know what computer is? Online learning is effective for adults, for college students. They know what the keyboard is, know the basics, like how the word processor works, how the email works. But small kids don't understand that, and the current tools such as Google Classroom or anything like it, they are no good. They're not effective. They're just bringing a lot of burden on the parents. The parents have to do twice more work. They have to do emailing, they have to do reading, they have to do submitting the homework, printing out materials, and policing kids for doing the work. So there's a lot of room and opportunity for business people to actually jump on and make this pandemic an effective way of living for lots of households. There are households different in size, in money, in socioeconomic status. So there are lots of segmentation process going on, and one fit all model that we currently have with online software doesn't do a good job. So this is one of the opportunities you could be jumping on and trying to fix. So localization, website translation, phone interpretation, these are the things you should be really paying attention to right now, and use this downturn to expand your plugin, your website, your software into as many languages as possible. And once this pandemic is over, you can jump and become a leading supplier of your solutions. Alright, so thanks for watching. I would appreciate if you would subscribe and give us this video a like. Thanks, bye-bye.
G-Glot transcription.